So here's some more examples. This again has some addition, subtraction, and this time we have division. So now we have 5 minus 7. So converting that to addition, we have 5 plus the opposite of 7. And so now we take the larger minus smaller because we have unlike signs. We take 7 minus 5, we get 2. And now we take the sign of the larger, which was negative, so we have a negative 2. All right, how about this one? Here we have 30 divided by a negative 10. So a positive divided by a negative is negative. 30 divided by 10 is just going to give us 3. Okay. Now here, we could just take 8 minus 3 and we get 5 automatically. But if they tell us we have to write it out in steps, that's going to be 8 plus a negative 3. So now we have to say, okay, well, that's going to be 8 minus 3, which is 5. Now we take the sign of the larger, which is positive, and so that's 5. So this is one where we could, normally look at this and say, oh, well, 8 minus 3 is 5, we're done. But if they tell us we have to write out in steps, then we would have to show all of this work here. What about this one? Negative divided by a negative, we know is going to be positive. 35 divided by 5 is going to give us 7. Now here we have a negative plus a positive, so we have basically the larger, 9, minus a smaller, which is 4, so that's going to give us 5. A lot of these give us 5, it looks like. And the sign of the larger was positive, so it's going to be a positive 5. Now we have a negative divided by a positive, so we know our answer is negative. 24 divided by 6, that's just going to give us 4. All right, so now we have to kind of start working and using PEMDAS. If you remember from 920 or 900 or maybe even high school, we have to work with parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide. Those kind of go together, and then add and subtract. Those go together, and we work from left to right. And so when we work in here, we're going to work from left to right, working with this. And so what we have to do is we have to look inside this set of brackets, and then we have to look inside of this set of brackets, simplify that, and then simplify that, and then we can do the operation here in the middle, which is add. So first we have 14 plus a negative 9. So we're going to take 14 minus our 9. And so what do we get there? Well, we're going to have 5, and the sign is going to be positive. So we have a positive 5. So we'll have then 5 plus, here we have 12 minus 2, that's going to be 10. Sign a larger one is positive, so it's going to be a positive 10, so that's going to be this. Now we have 5 plus 10, that gives us 15. Okay. Now subtracting, what do we do? Well, here we have to kind of rewrite this as adding. That's what we need to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go across and rewrite it. So I have a minus 1 plus, now we're going to make this plus a negative 3. And then we have a negative negative, which in this case becomes a positive. So then we have plus 5. Well, again, when you're working from all these problems, it's best to work from left to right. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to work with this one and this one. And so a minus 1 plus a minus 3, they're the same sign. And so we can take 3 plus 1 and get 4. The sign is negative, and then we can add 5. And so we did that, and that's how we got the negative 4. And we just brought down our 5. And now we have the larger is 5 minus the smaller is 4. We get answer of 1. The larger was positive, and so 1 is going to be our answer in this case. Now what about this one? We multiply. Well, we have a negative times a positive times a negative. Well, we have two negatives, so it's going to be even. So we know our answer is going to be positive. So now we can say, okay, well, 2 times 3 is 6. And then we have 6 times 7 is 42. And so that would be our answer. And again, when we took that negative times a negative, that's when we knew our final answer was going to be a positive. All right, let's pause there and we'll come back for more.